My name is Arias, and I'm a bike messenger within the R.S.S.H Delivery Company. Today is Thursday, April 9th, 2026. And on behalf of Cyber F.M. and the R.S.S.H, we thank you for listening to today's Cybersecurity Report.
Listening to Cyber F.M, hosted by Arias Thomas.
It is Thursday, April 9th, 2026. You are locked in and tuned to Cyber FM, your primary frequency for the digital frontline. I'm your host, Arias Thomas, and on the briefing desk today, we are tracking a critical vulnerability in Fortinet's enterprise security suite, a massive breach at the dating giant Match Group, a Russian intelligence campaign targeting commercial messaging apps, and a major surge in the global cyber equity gap. Let's begin.
Story number 1. Fortinet issues emergency patch for FortiClient EMS.
Leading our coverage, security giant Fortinet has issued an urgent advisory for a critical improper access control vulnerability in its FortiClient endpoint management server. Tracked as CVE 2026-35616, this flaw is a nightmare for sysadmins. It allows an authenticated attacker to execute unauthorized code or commands on the server just by sending a specifically crafted request. CISA has already added this to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog with the deadline for federal agencies to patch by yesterday. If you're running a FortiClient EMS in your stack, you are effectively leaving the keys in the front door until that update is applied.
Story number 2. Match Group breach exposes 10 million records.
The world of digital dating has taken a massive security hit. Match Group, the parent company behind Tinder, Hinge, and OkCupid, has confirmed a breach affecting roughly 10 million user records. Hackers claiming affiliation with the group Shiny Hunters have reportedly accessed the treasure trove of user data, including IP addresses, internal documentation, and transaction logs. Early analysis suggests the breach didn't come through a direct hack of the apps themselves, but through a compromised third-party integration. It's a stark reminder that your security is only as strong as the weakest vendor in your supply chain.
Story number 3. Russian intelligence targeting messaging app accounts.
In the world of espionage, the focus has shifted to the apps we use for daily secure communication. CISA and the FBI have issued a joint advisory warning that Russian intelligence services are aggressively targeting commercial messaging application accounts. The campaign isn't looking for broad data jumps. It's a surgical strike using sophisticated social engineering to hijack specific accounts. Once they gain access, they use the trusted identity of the user to pivot into corporate and government networks. If you receive a strange verification request or a suspicious link from a trusted contact today, or tomorrow, or anytime ever, think twice before you click. It might not be your friend on the other end.
Story number 4. WEF report highlights widening cyber equity gap.
Finally, a look at the systematic health of our digital world. The World Economic Forum's 2026 Global Cybersecurity Outlook was released today, and it paints a grim picture of what they call the cyber equity gap. The report shows a widening chasm between large, well-resourced corporations and the small to mid-sized businesses that make up the backbone of the economy. While the big fish are getting better at defense, smaller organizations are becoming cyber poor, which is unable to keep up with the rising cost of insurance and advanced threat detection. This creates a dangerous imbalance where the most vulnerable parts of our infrastructure are becoming the easiest targets for global threat actors. Today's broadcast is brought to you by the R.S.S.H Delivery Company, New York's exclusive delivery option. In an era where data packets are intercepted and the cloud is under fire, the R.S.S.H knows that some assets are simply too sensitive to trust to a fiber optic cable. When the wire is too risky, New York trusts the R.S.S.H Delivery Company to move your sensitive hardware and encrypted physical data across the 5 boroughs with a guaranteed human chain of custody. Because in this city, true security isn't just a firewall. It's a hand-delivered guarantee. This is the state of the digital world for this Thursday, April 9th, 2026. Today, we've covered the Fortinet zero-day threat, the Match Group data heist, the Russian messaging app offensive, and the growing global cyber equity gap. The takeaway here is, from the apps on your phone to the security software protecting your office, the digital world is a landscape of shifting sands. When the software fails and the data starts to leak, the only thing you can truly rely on is a secure physical chain of custody. This is Cyber F.M. I'm your host, Arias Thomas. Stay secure.
You are listening to Cyber FM, hosted by Arias Thomas.